Hello and welcome to another episode of Health for Life. My name is Dianabedoya, and today we are going to be talking about carbohydrates. Ooh, carbohydrates. I know, they've gotten such a bad name that everyone's afraid of carbohydrates, and it's really hilarious. I'm just going to start this off by telling you that you need carbohydrates to function normally. Your brain cannot work under normal conditions without carbohydrates. They're very essential. They're found in fruits and vegetables. Even milk has carbohydrates in it. I know you think carbohydrates and you think breads and pastas and cereals, but they're in all sorts of food, and as far as recommendation goes, they should be the energy source that you're getting the most of. So, carbohydrates are not bad for you in and of themselves. However, I know that low-carb diets have become very popular, especially among these celebrity crowds or whatever. And the crappy thing about low-carbohydrate diets is they tend to work in the short term, and that's why people get really excited about success they see on them. Unfortunately, most of these low-carb diets cannot be sustained for a long time. Basically, you go crazy without carbohydrates because your body needs them and it craves them, and you shouldn't be depleting your diet entirely of them. But you will lose weight in the short term, as you will on any calorically restricted diet. But like I said, the results are rarely maintained, and when you lose fat, or when you lose weight through diet alone, instead of adding exercise to it, you tend to lose a lot of water and muscle, as opposed to actually just losing fat, which is the goal, right? So carbohydrates, a calorically restricted diet is what's important, not necessarily a carbohydrate restricted diet. We just need to be getting less of everything, not specifically a lot less carbohydrates. Our issue with carbohydrates is that we're eating the wrong ones. So there's definitely ones that do promote ill health, may lead to increased weight gain, and that are implicated in disease. So which are these carbohydrates that we want to try to avoid, and which ones are like the really awesome carbohydrates that we want to get lots of? So the carbohydrates you want to avoid are ones that are simple in nature, like sugar, or like the kind of carbohydrates that you find in candy, or like most muffins or most pastries. Those kind of simple, refined, don't have much to offer carbohydrates. What makes a simple carbohydrate is that's just like a couple molecules of carbs. It's just like a couple of these sugar molecules together. And the thing with that is, when you digest it, you break it down really easy into two pieces, and then you can absorb that really easily. So you get the sugar into your blood really quickly. And when you get the sugar into your blood really quickly, it tends to spike your blood glucose, which promotes insulin resistance, promotes type 2 diabetes, and may add to increased weights as well. So you want to avoid those simple type of sugars that don't have much to offer, like I mentioned, in like white products, right? You don't want those very simple carbohydrates. The kind of carbohydrates you do want, and I'm sure you've heard of this kind, is the complex kind. And what makes complex carbohydrates so great is that, remember those sugar molecules? Well, simple sugar just has like a couple sugar molecules. A complex carbohydrate has a lot of these molecules. So when you digest it, it takes you longer to snip that guy down, and it doesn't spike your blood glucose as rapidly. It gives you kind of like a slower response and a more long-term response, so you feel full for longer. Great thing about complex carbohydrates, like I mentioned, they do regulate your blood sugar, and sources of complex carbohydrates like whole wheat, whole grain products, and a lot of vegetables as well, is that they tend to have a lot of fiber in them. And remember, fiber, which itself is a carbohydrate, fiber tends to promote fullness. Another great reason to eat fiber: it tends to clean out your intestines and promote intestinal health, helps regulate your blood sugar as well, and yes, it helps lower your cholesterol. That was the other thing I was thinking. It helps lower your cholesterol as well. So when you eat whole grain products, they still have that wonderful, delicious fiber in them. Plus, they have a lot of the vitamins and minerals that those simple carbohydrates are lacking. So when you're eating carbs, you want to eat the right ones. Stay away from just artificial, just sugar-based products, right? Get back to eating whole foods and whole grains and real foods that have real good carbohydrates in them. Do not deprive yourself of them because your body needs them. Like I said, your brain needs them to think. So do not think that all carbohydrates are bad for you. Just make sure you're getting the right ones and not too many of them, because that's one of our main issues in the Canadian, North American diet, is we just consume too many calories from all sources, not just from carbohydrates. So enjoy carbohydrates as part of a healthy diet, but just make sure you get the right ones, right? So complex carbohydrates, which are found in a lot of whole grain products and in vegetables as well, like in potatoes. Potato skin has a lot of complex carbohydrates as well. Bananas are a good source as well. Get those good products, regulate your blood sugar, promote fullness so you don't eat as much, hopefully, and get the good stuff into your body, and try not to put all that other crap in your body too, just to promote overall health. All right, and that is your health fact for the day. Here's to your health. Take care. Bye-bye.